In fact, since UHV started in 1973, we've had more than 16,300 alumni graduate. Every year we select a graduate or graduates to receive the UHV Alumni of the Year award. These alumni have made their mark professionally while taking active leadership roles throughout the community and in whatever endeavor they chose to follow. And it's my great privilege to announce that this year's recipient is Jennifer Yancey from Victoria College. Ms. Yancey is the Victoria College Vice President of College Advancement and External Affairs. She oversees the college resource development efforts, including private and public donations, grants, the VC Foundation, marketing and communications, workforce and continuing education, and customized training in the emerging technology complex. I can't even get all that out in one breath, much less think about doing all of that, Jennifer. She has held this position since 2000. She holds 2 degrees from UHV, one from BC. In 1995, she received an Associate of Science from Victoria College. In 1998, she graduated magna cum laude from UHV with a Bachelor of Business Administration and a concentration in marketing. A decade later, in 2008, she earned a Master of Arts degree in Interdisciplinary Studies in Communication and Nonprofit Leadership. In addition to being a champion of higher education, Ms. Yancey has generously volunteered her time to serve in many capacities for community and civic organization. She's a member of the Victoria Alliance Board, the Golden Crescent Workforce Development Board, the Victoria Rotary Club. She's also served as a former board chair of the Victoria County United Way, the Victoria YMCA, and the Victoria Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored. I just want everyone here, the community members, to just realize the opportunities and the assets that we have with the higher education institutions right here in Victoria. And you said that a while ago. You said a decade later she earned, and I'm like, oh my God. Because I watch these films and I watch these great students and these students who are getting their bachelor's degrees, getting their master's degrees. I took the non-traditional route. Yes, that was my choice, and I did that. And I decided to work full-time, and I decided to go to school part-time. And with Victoria College right here in the community, and University of Houston, Victoria, yes, it took 20 years, and I was married and had 2 children. But that's just the great thing that we have right here in our community, and to have that engine, that economic development engine with 2 higher education institutions, I think is just fabulous. So whether you're a traditional student or whether you're, like me, a decade later, she gets her degree. I know, it's kind of sad. I'm very proud, and thank you very much. I'm very honored. Thank you, Dr. Morgan.
Each year we give the Community Partnership Award to a person, business, or organization that helped advance the quality of life in the region and at the university. And this year we're honored to present the Community Partnership Award to the MG and Lily A. Johnson Foundation. The Johnson Foundation has been a significant contributor to higher education in the region for many years at both UHV and VC. The students have benefited from the foundation's generosity. The foundation has contributed to UHV since 1988, when it gave $100,000 to establish the Johnson Foundation Endowed Scholarship. Since then, the foundation has contributed more than $3 million, almost $3 million, to the university in forms of grants and scholarships. And in the past 5 years has given 11 separate contributions to the university, and I suspect an equal or comparable number to VC as well. The foundation has provided funding for the MG and Lily A. Johnson Patient Care Simulation Center, sports medicine equipment for the athletic department, and the university's first endowed professorship in the family nurse practitioner program. The foundation also has helped fund many of the buildings at VC, including the Health Science Center, that opened in 2008, and most recently the new Emerging Technology Complex that opened in June. The Johnson Foundation has given significantly to allied health and academic scholarships, along with funding for program and equipment at VC. I know that both UHV and VC appreciate the Johnson Foundation commitment in creating educational opportunities in Victoria and in the region. So I'm pleased and privileged to present this year's Community Partnership Award to the M.G. and Lily A. Johnson Foundation.
I forgot to tell them they were going to have to be up here. Oh well, I'll hear about it later. No, but you know, the Johnson Foundation likes to do things in its own quiet way. We don't expect recognition or being honored in any way. And you know, I know people don't want to see our pictures splattered all over the papers and magazines for all the things we do. I know since the foundation was created, we've given over $100 million to a 15-county area. And And I will say on the educational side, we have purposely restricted that to 3 colleges, Wharton County Junior College, UHB, and Victoria College. And we have been quite generous to all 3 of them. Our largest grants by far have gone to these 3 entities, and we look forward to what the future brings. I know on behalf of the board, I want to extend our appreciation and gratitude for honoring us in this manner. And we've always been a long-term player and partner with UHB, and we're really excited about what the future brings. And I think we're ready to see this destination university being a real thing. Thank y'all.
Now I'd like to give out the People Who Make a Difference Award. This award was established to pay special tribute to individuals who have supported the university and made a difference in the community and the quality of life in the community. It's my privilege to present this award to Claude and Mary Virginia Jacobs. The Jacobs family has shown tremendous support for the university for a long time. In 2007, Mr. and Ms. Jacobs established the first athletic scholarship at UHV. The scholarship, which is awarded annually to a Jaguar baseball player, was established in honor or to honor the legacy of Claude's father. When the UHV golf program was getting ready to swing into action, the Jacobs family again stepped to the plate. Mr. and Ms. Jacobs agreed to match all scholarship donations up to $50,000 for student athletes on the men's and women's golf team. UHV now starts its spring season each year by hosting the Claude Jacobs Collegiate Invitational Golf Tournament. And that February event attracts a lot of top quality golf programs from across the country, especially those that are up north in the snow and can't play up there in February. Mr. Jacobs is currently a partner in Lodestone Financial Services of Victoria, a position he's held for the past 16 years. His career in the financial service industry spans more than 50 years. Ms. Jacobs is a retired registered nurse, served 2 terms totaling 12 years on the Texas Board of Nurse Examiners, where she worked to promote higher education for nurse practitioners. She was president of that board for 3 years. In 2006, Mr. and Ms. Jacobs established the first UHV endowed nursing scholarship for students in memory of Mary Virginia's mother, Florence Nightingale Mason. The scholarship has helped nursing students with school expenses every year since. Ms. Jacobs was the speaker at the spring 2012 UHV School of Nursing pinning ceremony. At the time, she told our graduates how education is crucial to better nursing practice. This is the advice she still gives nursing students to this day. Claude and Mary Virginia, thank you so much for all you've done for UHV and the community.
Dr. Morgan, and to all the faculty and staff and friends of the University of Houston, Victoria, this is truly an honor for us to receive this award. But as I look out over this audience, I really can't accept it for us. It has to be for many, many of you, because every project that we have been involved in to raise some funds or do something for the University of Houston, Victoria, You've been part of it. You have thrown your weight in support to support our golf tournament, to support the baseball program, the softball program, the building funds, everything. You notice, Omar, I didn't skip soccer. You notice I missed that? I did go to one soccer game. I promised Adrian, the coach, that I would go to a soccer game. I did. 15 minutes, I'm done. But I do want to thank all of you for your support and your involvement with UHV. There's one quick story that I want to tell, and it made a real impression on my life, and I hope it makes just a little bit of sense to you. I have a very good friend. Well, first let me go back. If you attended the first UHV golf tournament luncheon that we started to raise money, we had this young man from Corpus Christi, young man, he's my age, call him young now, Bill Bevel, who's a very good friend of mine, that came up and spoke to us, and he told this story. Bill was a walk-on baseball player for Baylor University. He played 4 years for Baylor. He got involved with their athletic program after it, and he sent money every year to Baylor, to the athletic program. He said it never was much. It never was 5 figures, but it was always several $1,000s. He said he got his usual thank you note, farm letter, but that was okay. He said after about 7 or 8 years, he wanted to take a friend of his to a basketball game, and they had always told him when he went to the alumni games that anytime you have a request or anything, just give us a call. It took him 6 phone calls to get anybody to return his phone call. But finally he did, and they said, we can't help you with that situation for any tickets or anything like that. He said the very next day, one of his clients walked into his office and said, Bill, I need some help. Bill said, what is that? He said, Texas A&M Corpus Christi has some real special needs for their basketball team. And I'm trying to get 10 people to give me $1,000. Would you do it? He looked at him and he said it just hit him like that. Yeah, I'll do it. So he said he wrote him to the athletic department with the idea that it was going to the basketball program. Within 2 weeks, the head basketball coach calls him. Mr. Bevel, thank you for your contribution. We really appreciate it. And hey, would you come out to one of our practices some afternoon? I'd like to introduce you to the team. Bill said, yeah, I'll do that. How about Tuesday? He goes out there, the coach introduces him to the team, and he said all of a sudden the light went on. He could make a substantial difference by giving to his local school. Now, he still gives money to Baylor, but he said, Claude, get involved with the University of Houston, Victoria, because it can make a difference. Your contributions will make a tremendous difference in your community. And folks, it has. It has made a difference because the UHV system has really added to our community, both economically and educational-wise. I can't get off the program without making a pitch for funds. There are 3 events I want you to consider. One is the alumni baseball team will have their golf tournament and a fundraiser on December 4th and 5th. The golf tournament that they've named after me, which brings in 30 teams from all over the United States, will be in February, and that's the big fundraiser for the golf program. And in August, you're going to have a real special opportunity. I don't know if I was supposed to say that or not, but I'm going to say it anyway. There will be a huge fundraiser for all athletics at the University of Houston, Victoria. And so I hope you'll participate in that in August. And again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, UHV, for the award, and also thank you.
Claude and I are truly humbled by this award. There are many people here this evening who have given much more than we have and who have done a lot for this university. And this university, as a result, has done a lot for this community, and we are very appreciative of that. One thing Claude and I realized after we moved to Victoria 20 years ago, or a little over 20 years ago now, was that Victoria is a very giving and a very caring community. Victoria has heart. Victoria has made a difference. Victoria has made its mark on UHV. And as a result, UHV has made its mark on this community. Giving has been a part of Claude and mine's life from the beginning. I was fortunate to be reared in a family that gave, not always monetarily because we were not wealthy, but many times with time. You all have time to give just a little to your community, to your university. Fortunately, I married a man who had the same values and same beliefs as I did about giving of your time to your community. Volunteering came early in my life. At the age of 10, I was giving out buttons at an I Like Ike rally. That was my first volunteer job. Many years have passed, but the benevolent spirit of my parents remained. I would like to close by sharing with you just a little something by Helen Sterner Rice about life and about living. It's a very favorite story of mine. It's about two seas in Palestine. One is a sparkling jewel. Its waters are clean, clear, cool, and along its shores children play and travelers seek it on their way, and nature gives so lavishly her choicest gems to the Galilee. But to the south, the Jordan flows into a sea where nothing grows, no splash of fish, no singing bird, no children's laughter is ever heard. The air hangs heavy all around, and nature shuns this barren ground. Both seas receive the Jordan's flow. The water is just the same, we know. But one of the seas, like liquid sun, can warm the hearts of everyone, while farther down, another sea is dead and dark and miserly. It takes each drop the Jordan brings, and to each drop it fiercely clings. It hoards and holds the Jordan's waves, unlike shackled, captured slaves. The fresh, clear Jordan turns to salt and dies within the Dead Sea's vault. But the Jordan flows on rapturously as it enters and leaves the Galilee. For every drop that the Jordan gives becomes a laughing wave that lives, for the Galilee gives back each drop. Its waters flow and never stop. And in the laughing, living sea that takes and gives so generously, we find the way to life and living is not in keeping, but in giving. Thank you.
I have one last award to give this evening, and this is a very special award that we don't give out every year. The Presidential Medal is the highest award bestowed by the university and is given to recognized individuals who have made distinguished professional and public contributions to this institution, the community it serves, and or to higher education in general. I'm pleased to give this award to the Honorable Morgan Dunn O'Connor. Morgan served on the UH System Board of Regents for 8.5 years, and for those of you that know something about regent service, normally 6 years is the term, and the governor just couldn't bring himself to let her go. That was from 1999 to 2008. During that time, she served one term as chair of the board, 2 terms as vice chair, and 5 terms on the executive committee. She also chaired the Wortham House Committee and was the regent representative to the UH System 1% for the Art Committee. The entire time she was on the board, she served on the UHV President's Regional Advisory Board. Since she left the board, she served on my PRAB here at UHV since 1997. To say she stayed busy with UH system is an understatement. She participated in 40 commencements, 40 football games, stayed at the University Hotel 200 nights, attended 300 dinners and receptions, spent 1,600 hours in meetings, and traveled 90,000 miles. That's an accomplishment.
What type of crazy person would sit down at the end of her service on the Board of Regents and pull together all her old appointment books and gather up all that information? And those of you in this room who know me well know that I'm exactly that type of crazy person. And I did compile all that data, and it came in handy, didn't it, Vic? Vic has joked about his status as interim president, but wow, what an interim president he's been. Dr. Morgan roared into town on his Harley, and he has taken UHV to the next level, and everything pretends that it's just going to keep going up better and better under his leadership. So thank you so much, Vic. All of us here understand that the first and foremost goal of higher education is to educate our students. But the typical student isn't what we used to think of as a typical university student. At all of the UH system universities, and I don't think it's particular to UH, I think it's all universities and colleges in Texas and in all over the country, many of the students are the first in their families to attend a university. Many of them are working part-time or full-time. They're caring for aging parents and other family members. They're raising their own families. At the same time, they find the time to mentor younger students and to give service hours to their communities, to their university, and to their churches. And with all of that going on, they thrive and succeed in this university environment and achieve the American dream of a degree from a university. So, on behalf of and in honor of all former, present, and future students of the University of Houston, Victoria, I accept this wonderful award. To them goes the glory. Thank you very much.